My message to the Hibakusha is that you survived the two most atrocious acts of war when the United States of America dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the long history of that struggle, which is now, in excess of 77 years, the first and the second generations of atomic bomb survivors, they're also aging, like the elders of our people who went through the stolen generations. They will be no longer here to tell the story directly from the oral history of those that suffered the atrocities. So from now on, it is believed that their fight for human rights against the Japanese government will be passed on to the third and the fourth generations of the bombs that were dropped in Japan. As a well-experienced older in the long struggle of human rights worldwide, and I will say that myself and my wife have travelled to many countries in the world and spoken to people to whom are advocates for human rights, but we've also spoken to many, many people who are suffering the aftermath of what's been done. That's been crimes of political or the nature of war against their right as human beings. And we should never, ever, as I said earlier, give up that struggle to do that. So my message to the young people of Japan is to become stronger through the truth of the knowledge of the history. It was a war, and all these generations following, it's now time to somehow unite in solidarity and help each other to cope into the next generations that will somehow subside the aftermath of such atrocities in which the Japanese people felt. So, on behalf of the Dumbarton Aboriginal Corporation, and I would say all of the Aboriginal people that we represent, I want to send a very, very heartfelt message to the young people in Japan. I've been fortunate in my life to have travelled to Japan on many, many occasions, and I've met many, many prominent artists, both visual and performing artists, and spent a lot of time with the Ainu people and sat in ceremony with the Ainu people. And I've spoken to the Ainu people about their struggle in Japan to be recognised as the indigenous people of Sapporo and the Northern Islands. So I have had some experience in the politics in which the Japanese people are caught in and want to fight against. You have the support of the Dumbarton Aboriginal Corporation and the Aboriginal people that we represent here in this country. And keep up the resistance. Never let them take the fight out of you. Stay strong and continue until you get the justice and the recognition of what you're fighting for in relationship to your human rights.